What's up, guys? It's your boy Zowoki back with another crime talk video with the Madeline Soto case. Now, this one is bothering me again because it's an innocent little girl that pretty much had her birthday and then went missing and then found out murdered, and mother and father or stepfather or boyfriend to Jenny or Jen, whatever the hell her name is. I'm so mad at her to begin with. We don't know what happened to her. She was sexually abused since 9 years old, which is disgusting in itself, and it's just getting more and more upsetting to see that Jenn and Stephan are pretty much claiming being innocent about Jenn's daughter's death. Now, apparently, Stephan has had 60 counts of a whole bunch of different things brought up to him, thank God, but one of them is not murder. So, with that being said, we're going to be taking a look at a couple videos from Court TV and J is for Justice podcast. Please go over to their channels and subscribe. J for Justice is so close to 100K, and the Zowokian family needs to go over there and give this woman some love, help her out, get her to the 100K. But before we go any further, make sure you guys are subscribed to the YouTube channel by hitting the white bar icon down at the bottom right. Hit the bell icon next to it so when I do post videos like this one, you guys will get that little ring notification that I posted that video, and you guys can watch, comment, like, and share. And again, thank you guys so very much for the continued love and support that you guys are showing on this channel every single day. Keep doing what you guys are doing, and we'll continue to keep growing together. With that being said, let's get into this. Also, remember to go over to Court TV and J is for Justice podcast. Links will be down in the description. Go over there and give them some love. And with that being said, let's get into the video. So apparently now Jenn Soto, the mother, is gone radio silence. If you go radio silence, you're either scared of people finding out the truth or you're hiding something. I mean, that's pretty much the same thing. But why would you go silent? I mean, probably an attorney told her to be quiet. But again, if you're wanting to find the evidence, if you're wanting to find the justice for your daughter of 13 that died innocently after her birthday, you would be doing anything and willing to be saying anything to find the justice for your daughter.
19, we have evidence that shows Stephan Stearns returning to the complex and Madeline was visible in that vehicle. We believe she was already dead at that time.
They charge him for murder.
Already dead in the video. This is the man who was the prime suspect in the murder of Madeline Soto, her mother's boyfriend, who she referred to as stepfather. I don't know if that's well, Madeline considered him a stepfather or not. That's clearly not how a stepfather is supposed to act. So I would not give him that title. So Jenn Soto spoke to WFTV to recall what happened and spoke about what happened that morning. Remember, she gave this interview when this was still a missing persons case. Let's watch.
We called the police.
Like, I see no empathy, no worry, no scare, no, like, freaking out. Like, I would be shaking to find him. I wouldn't be talking on a freaking newscast. I'd be out there looking for my child.
Like 4:45 yesterday, 4:45 p.m. But she actually went missing early that morning, around between 8:45 and 9 o'clock in the morning. She went missing. We dropped her off at school, close to school. She wanted to walk the rest of the way.
My daughter on Friday, she actually told me, Dad, I want to walk to school. Nope. Grabbing you and taking you to school myself. Because I don't care about these weird mother truckers out there. I was like, sorry, I love you, but I'm driving you to school. I watched my other two go to grade school because it's within walking distance. And I literally went to drive my daughter to school because I did not want her driving or walking.
I'm not sure what I'm allowed to share.
Our guests are back with us. Trebor Randall, how would you approach mom in this situation? Do you approach her as a witness or as a suspect?
Suspect.
Well, we always approach them to gain the information we need to find this child. And then now that we know this has taken a turn for the worst to gather the facts to make sure we bring the person to justice. It is not uncommon that we end up treating some of the mothers in these cases as what we refer to as a hostile witness. I wish I could tell you that I hadn't had a number of cases where we ended up charging the mother for protecting her paramour, is what we call it when we're referring to her partner that she's not married to.
You can't tell me for 2 years you didn't know that your daughter was being sexually abused by the man you say that you loved, boyfriend, whatever the hell he was, that you didn't know. There's no way. There's no way that she just, I didn't know. Like,
and oftentimes it's just it puts a child at a higher risk many times when we know that the mother has a boyfriend in the home and they're missing, or there's been an injury. Statistically speaking, that's a lot of times who we're looking for.
13.
Kenneth Ralph, if in fact she does have an attorney at this point, how does that change the dynamics here?
Well, presumably she will not be speaking to law enforcement if she has an attorney. And I would echo those comments that it's not hardly uncommon at all that we see a non-offending but non-supportive parent involved who either knows what is going on and turns a blind eye to it, or hinders the investigation in some way after it has started. But in this instance, if she has hired a counsel, I'm sure that counsel will tell her not to speak to law enforcement.
Yeah, you guys always do that, Ken. Always. They never talk. Dr. Carol Lieberman, where do you think the mother is mentally at this point?
Well, that's a very interesting question, and it kind of depends upon whether she knew anything about it. If she did know, then she's realizing that everything's going to be coming down on her as well as the boyfriend. If she didn't know, then she'd really be in shock, and she'd be, all the more upset.
She don't look like she's in shock.
One of the things the most important thing I think that people need to learn from this case, and I know I said it last time, but you can't say it too many times, that this is a typical scenario where these sexual predators find single mothers who have low self-esteem, don't have, a very exciting life, good life, don't have a boyfriend or a husband, and they swoop in when the mother has a child. And really, they're doing it, they're becoming the boyfriend because they want to sexually abuse the child. So whether she knew or not, consciously or unconsciously knew, that's what she let herself in for. And women have to be so careful of this.
Gray Hughes, what have you uncovered about the mother, and any indication where she is right now?
Probably at home.
Well, I have no idea where she is right now, but I'm sure an attorney's probably had her, go low, hide from the public eye, make sure nobody can see or talk to her. Because the interviews that she did, there's so many people judging her based on how she answered. In my opinion, it's very possible that the information she's telling us was scripted by Stephan Stearns, and she's just kind of repeating. That's why she's kind of looking up in the air, trying to remember what the story is. But one of the issues that she does have that I think people should think about is when she said that at 8 in the morning, she saw Madeline getting dressed for school. Now, that might come back to be a problem for her because at 7:30 in the morning, Stephan Stearns was putting the backpack and laptop into a dumpster, which we would all assume at that point then, Madeline's likely not alive at that point. So at 8 in the morning, how is she seeing her? Now, you could say, well, she made a mistake, it was off. Now, law enforcement might be able to determine, based on digestion or any other elements, exactly when she passed away. So when she died, it could have been at, let's say, 5 in the morning, and that would mean that Jennifer is offering proof of life at 8 in the morning to help support Stephan Stearns' story, right, at that point. So that would be an interesting development.
Yeah, that'd be a major problem for her.
Yeah.
Major problem for her and part of the defense.
J for Justice. This is the one that you guys should go over.
I went to pick her up after school.
And then this douchebag is sitting over in the back corner. I'm saying things, again, there's probably people that are like, don't judge people because you don't know. This man has 60 counts. He threw away Madeline's stuff. You cannot tell me he's doing it out of love. Okay?
And she wasn't there.
We send our units out here and we discover what appears to be a body. The body has clothing very similar to what the victim was last seen wearing.
Let's take a look at some of the clues in the Madeline Soto case that are right in our face.
That man. Where's the actual father? Does anybody know about the father?
We dropped her off at school, close to school. She wanted to walk the rest of the way. I wasn't the one who took her to school in the morning. That was my partner.
I think she's doing it.
But yeah.
I mean, you can be nervous. Like, don't get me wrong. I'd probably be nervous to talk to this, but I want to be sitting her like shaking.
Told her have a good day at school when she got out. I love her.
Look at the camera.
Love you too. What was that?
Jennifer Soto told us last week that the last conversation she had with her daughter was about her 13th birthday party the night before Maddie disappeared.
What was that?
Told her good night and
See, that doesn't. That face right
What
there.
was that?
yeah, that was it.
The document shows Maddie's mom told deputies on February 26th that she saw her daughter getting dressed for school
At 8 o'clock that morning.
Our detectives have determined that Madeline was never dropped off. Instead, we believe she was already dead.
I believe both of them. She's the main guy.
She's just a happy girl, and
See?
she showed it on Sunday night when she went to bed. She was so happy. So she had the best day.
This is when they were
Socially,
missing.
she's pretty great.
But I do want to assure the community that we have well over 100 deputies, detectives, intelligence analysts, and specialized personnel who are investigating this case and searching for Madeline right now. And we will not stop until we find her.
We filed a missing report. We called the police at like 4:45. We had dropped her off close to the school. She wanted to walk the rest of the way. Sorry.
What is that? I wouldn't be smiling.
Sorry about that. We dropped her off at school, close to school. She wanted to walk the rest of the way. Well, Monday morning, we took her to school. We dropped her off close to school, across the street from a church, which is it's right next to the school. She crossed the street.
And he's just walking around like nobody's business.
And walked to school, what we thought walked to school. My boyfriend who drove her to school drove away at that point.
My partner.
It was seen on video footage that she hung out in the parking lot of the church for a few minutes and then got up and walked towards the school.
En la mañana la llevó mi novio para la escuela, la dejó al lado de la iglesia que queda ahí al lado de el middle school. La dejaron ahí y que ella se puso a caminar y él manejó.
They, in investigations like this, they look at everything. Like I said, we interview family members, we locate sex offenders that are in the area, We look at video, we look at everyone's phones, we do search warrants to see if there's any indication in the house. So we do all of that, and it's an extensive investigation.
So you see him, Stephan, throwing Madeline's stuff in the garbage, and you're just like, well, that's tampering with evidence for one. Two, disposal of a deceased person's property. I don't know if that's an actual charge, but you can't tell me that he's like, yeah, she was at school, but I'm throwing her laptop away. I'm throwing her personal belongings away, but she's at school, and then she was in the car, but deceased. They believe that she's deceased, so arrest him for murder. Figure out which murder it is later on, and then, like, I know lie detectors can't be immiscible in is it immiscible or admissible in court because it's not a technical or technicality or 100% given, but it can be used to see deception. Why are we not doing that with these two? Again, it's probably, oh, we don't have it in the budget.
Well over 100 people are involved. Again, we're going to continue to look at all the things that we do, license plate readers, video surveillance, cell phone information from everyone, and those are all the things that are going on right now. If we get tips, certainly we will. There's a lot of different areas out there. And we'll send our search teams to different areas over the next couple of days. So we also learned that Madeline left her phone at home that day. So we were called on Monday evening at approximately 8 p.m. Our patrol deputies went out there, met with Madeline's mom at the school near Hunters Creek to take a report on her missing daughter.
I went to work and came back. She was at James' house.
Security agents, law enforcement officers, and the medical examiner all flood into a community in St. Cloud.
Yeah, we've learned they were investigating a father and son accused of producing child porn. Shot and killed himself before a federal warrant could be served. News 6's Catherine Silver was out on Countryside Drive today, speaking with neighbors.
I don't think anybody else lives there.
So you knew James and Henry?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I've talked to Jim and Henry for years. They fished in my backyard. They've played with the kids in the neighborhood.
One neighbor told me people call James Cox Santa, and you can see why. But investigators confirmed they raided his home, this bright blue house in a quiet St. Cloud neighborhood, as part of a child porn investigation.
They say Stearns tried to reset his cell phone the day Madeline was reported missing, but detectives were still able to recover what they say are sexual pictures and videos dating back to 2022, when Madeline was just 11 years old.
I'm going to show you the proximity of Santa's house to the apartment on Santa Maria Drive in Kissimmee. If you look at this map up at the top, 4210 Santa Maria Drive in Kissimmee, and then you take that map down to 3326 Countryside View Drive, which is James Cox's house. That's a 46-minute drive. If you go another 7 minutes, you end up at Hickory Tree Road,
where she was dumped,
at the location where Madeline Soto's body was found.
Sex offender surveillance squad goes out and makes contact with every single sex offender in the area of Madeline's last location.
Let me know any oddities you picked up in this video. I can't wait for our next discussion. Keep it going in the meantime in the comment section below. And if you are not subscribed, please consider subscribing and giving this video a big like. See you in the next one. Be sure to check out my other videos and playlists for more true crime content.
I want to see more. So we're going to watch this one. This one,
And
why isn't
walk
Madeline
to
Soto's
school
mom
what we
arrested?
thought
especially that she doesn't.
So if she was dead at that time at the complex, they would have had to drive 46 minutes out to where she was dumped. So they had Madeline in there deceased for 46 minutes, if not more.
Have her phone with her.
So as far as I know, they're conducting a search around the school. Behind the school, there's a Shingle Creek. There's a wooded path area that you could walk. It's a hiking path. They are going back there with their canine dogs. They've taken a piece of her clothing to see if they can trace her scent.
I don't see Hurry. I don't see.
They're also taking their own vehicles. I'm not sure what type of vehicles, but they're going into the woods to search for her. But I don't feel like that's gonna find anything right now. We've had people all day on that trail sending us photos to see if anything there looks familiar and like her personal belongings, and nothing is hers.
Get your butt
As a mom, you know, what's your mother's intuition telling you right now?
I'm trying to hope for the best, but I'm scared for her. I want her to be okay. I want her to be safe. I don't want her. I don't want her to come back harmed. I just want her back. Whatever that means. I just want her back.
And not knowing like where she is or where the kids are, I don't know what to do right now. I just feel so alone in this house right now, and I don't know where to go from here.
Same correlation. Swear. Jesus, all that is.
I just want them back. I just want them to come back.
I just want her back. I just want her back.
I just want them back.
She's showing a lot of emotion.
I just want her back.
Just one more part here, guys. Apparently I need to watch this as well. People have mentioned what I need to watch.
En la mañana la llevó mi novio para la escuela, la dejó al lado de la iglesia que queda ahí al lado de el middle school.
Drop her at the front door.
La dejaron ahí y que ella se puso a caminar y él manejó y se llevaron perros a ver si cogen el olor de ella por ahí. Creo que ahorita están investigando los videos que quedan por la calle. Hay un video de una iglesia que queda al lado de la escuela donde creen que ven mi hija.
¿Qué te dice ese instinto de madre?
Que alguien se llevó mi hija. En mi corazón alguien se me llevó mi hija. Porque no es normal que ella se va así como así. To run away, ella no es ese tipo de persona.
Familiares afirman que en el hogar no hubo ninguna discusión ni motivos para que la joven se fuera de la casa.
Por favor, que me la regresen, que esté sana, que esté bien. Solo quiero que la regresen.
She'd be like, oh yeah, I could do it.
Era esa joven atrevida que hacía lo que fuera por ver a otros sonreír.
She always had a smile. She was always laughing and giggling.
De carcajada contagiosa.
She was happy. She was pretty.
Alegre, hermosa.
She always saw the good in everybody.
Alguien que veía lo bueno en quienes la rodeaban.
Maddie was like my best friend, right?
Hija, nieta, mejor amiga y hoy también un motivo.
Her little like smile on her face with her cute little moves and
Desde donde ellas sueñan, le sonríe con sus hoyuelos.
amazing, beautiful, incredible blue eyes.
Eso
luego de ser señalado como la última persona que tuvo contacto con la menor.
El novio ya no vivía ahí, vino este fin de semana, ¿por qué? No sé. Pero mi hija trabajó la noche anterior, el domingo, y parece que se levantó muy cansada y le dijo al novio que se la trajera.
No se presentó su primera
comparecencia. So, with that being said, guys, please let me know down in the comments of, do you think the mother knew? Do you think why is she not talking now? Was it an attorney, or she just gone radio silence? I mean, there's more to this case than obviously meets the eye because of this weird, aka Santa guy that had the child stuff in his house, which is sickening in itself. just makes you want to, you know, but I'm definitely hoping that we see more, that that one doesn't take very long, because this could take years for a conviction. But obviously, again, with the Watts case, that took days. So this little girl had no reason for this, to be murdered. 13. Just had her 13th birthday. And I guarantee, I almost bet, putting a bet on it, that this Stephan, what is his name? Stearns, was the root cause. But again, the mother is not no innocent either, when she was apparently having all this stuff on his phone of Madeline being nude, naked, whatever have you, pedophile that he is. You couldn't tell me the mom didn't know. You couldn't tell me. There's no way. So please comment down below your guys' thoughts, inquiries. Again, please be positive. This is a harmful time for the people, the family that do care about Madeline, family, friends. And we'll see you guys in the next video. So please take care, be safe, and as always, keep nerding on, and we will see you guys next time.